Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare again with you on the 26th of July 2025, joined as usual by psychic medium and remote viewer Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Well, I'm fabulous. Now we have you on the line. How are you?
Well, you know me, I'm busy most of the time, and yeah.
Oh, well, lovely. We're so glad you're here. What would you like to know?
What would I like to know? I'd like to know the lottery numbers. I'd like to know when. Uh, no, I don't do the lottery, so this is no good to me. Right. Apparently, there's been a request to do this defamation lawsuit involving
Mm,
Candace Owens and Mr. and Mrs. Macron, President Emmanuel Macron, who is the president of France, and his wife, Brigitte, I think she's called. So it's centering around alleged claims that Candace has been making about Mrs. Macron. And
hmm
the upshot of that is now that the Macrons have engaged lawyers in the US and have
hmm
slapped a big lawsuit on her and are going to go for punitive damages. And that you can read that as lots of money. So,
Wow.
yeah, so we need to find out a few things.
Okay.
So we're going to let's start with Candace Owens.
Okay. What would you like to know? I have her here.
Okay, why does she make the claim sorry, start again. Why has she made the claim about the gender of Mrs. Macron? Of
Mm.
Macron.
Why have you made the claim about the gender of Brigitte Macron? Because she looks like a man.
Okay. Um, is that all she's got?
Is that all you've got? Well, there's been speculation. She's picked up like where other journalists have said that she looks like a man. There's been accusations that she's male. But do
Right.
you have anything concrete that she is a man? No, she has nothing concrete.
Okay. So what does she think about the Macrons now suing her for defamation and seeking punitive damages?
What do you think about the Macron suing you for defamation? She goes, I'll nail them to the wall.
How does
Mm.
she propose doing that?
How are you going to? Because she's going to destroy their reputation through her podcast.
Well, I mean, you mean the reputation of Brigitte Macron or Macron himself? I mean, he's not a particularly well-liked politician in France or in Europe. I mean, so, well, that's got nothing to do with the gender of his wife.
Right. But what she is telling me as I tap into Candace Owens, they've just added fuel to the fire. She's never going to stop talking about it. She's never going to shut up. It's going to get more vicious. She's going to just spew a lot of negative and hatred about Mrs. Macron. And she's not going to stop. It's actually going to make her much worse. So if they
Uh,
thought by launching a lawsuit that it was going to be some sort of cease and desist or, stop her from behaving in this way of saying
yeah.
that Mrs. Macron is a male and there's absolutely no facts to back that up. She has no physical evidence other than what the hearsay is. What I am getting from her is I mind probe her, um it's not going to turn out good because she's saying in her personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions that she is going to be out for blood now. How dare they sue her?
Right. Okay. Um, what would she do if she lost this case?
What would you do if you lose this case? She's going to start over. She's going to start over. She's going to keep going. Now, this is today's personal, thoughts, feelings, and opinions of July 26, 2025. This is how she feels right now. Have you thought about the prospect that you may lose? Yeah, she's thought about it a lot. And her lawyers have also told her it's not looking good.
And it would cost her a substantial amount of money, I would imagine, if she were to lose.
So is she going to lose? Big time. So Spirit are saying she will lose this case big time. They are going to bankrupt her or close enough to bankruptcy. They want her taken off the air. They want to completely destroy her financially.
Hmm.
And to get her off the air. They think she's vicious, they think she's vile, they think she's toxic. This is all the stuff I'm pulling from the Macrons. They think
Yeah.
she's dangerous. Um and they want her, as much as possible, they want to get rid of her.
Right. Okay. Well, let's have a connection with Brigitte Macron. Brigitte
Okay.
Macron. So Brigitte
Okay.
Marie-Claude Macron is a French former teacher and wife of Emmanuel Macron, the incumbent president of France. Okay. Um, let's ask her the $1 million question. Is she a male or a female? Is she male or female?
Are you male or female? She's female. Were you born female? Yes. Did you give actual birth to your children? Yes, she did.
That's the end of that lawsuit then, isn't it? It's finished. It's over.
It really is. Um, they warned Candace Owens many times,
Yeah.
many, many, many times. And the problem with someone like Candace Owens is that it's kind of like the bully, right? I'm not saying she's a bully because I know she's going to have some fans out there, and that's fine. But the scenario that Spirit are giving me, the bully that you can't seem to get rid of, and you think of different ways of how you're going to stop them picking on you, how you're going to stop them hurting you. And one day, you try to reason with the bully, you try to be friends with the bully, you try to warn the bully. You I feel that they've exhausted what I'm getting from the Macrons is they've tried all of that. They've
Right.
tried all of this. But of course, when you're dealing with a personality such as Candace Owens, um, it's like the same scenario as a playground bully. You're just going to get it's gonna, increase tenfold, and now the bullying is not going to stop because when I tap into Candace Owens, and I'm not picking sides here because I don't even know who she is. I didn't have a clue who she was until somebody requested this. I'm like, who is she? But and we've never really probed the Macrons too much, other than when we've looked into why he was interfering in the Ukraine war and things like that. We pretty much never really probed them. So this is, new territory really for these people as far as the mind probe is concerned. But as I tap into Candace Owens, she is angry. She is so angry on the inside. I mean, the anger is just spewing out. And I don't know why she's angry. I haven't got that far yet. I'm sure I can find out, but she's angry. And so it's kind of like, again, going back to the bully in the playground, the bully is angry. Just we have to unleash the anger, and we're going to unleash it on, a good target. Most bullies or predators, and I'm not saying Candace Owens is one, right? But I'm just saying in general, narcissists or any of those types of people, they hone in on their victims with almost laser precision. You know what I mean? Like they precisely, it's so precise the who they pick on. Most of the time, they're always the perfect victim. So this is what I'm getting. Like the Macrons, if they thought this was going to make Candace Owens be quiet, absolutely not. It is going to get worse and worse. She's actually going to become very obsessive about Macron's gender. Now, the big question, Mr. Shakespeare, is that was Candace Owens just doing this because it was profitable? So let's ask Candace Owens, is this why you honed in on Brigitte Macron's gender, was because it got you a lot of attention and it was very profitable. And I got a yes on that. That is exactly why she makes
Okay,
a
but
lot
I
of
mean,
money out of these.
I know, but she may well make a lot of money, but all she's doing is making a lot of money for the Macrons because if she loses the lawsuit, they'll wipe the floor with her. They'll take all of it.
Are they gonna take, they're gonna take a big chunk. I don't know how much Candace Owens is worth. Do you know? Well, let's ask Candace. Let's ask her because it's only saying like 1.5 million on Google that I can find.
Oh,
And
I've got one here that's saying $5 million.
that's not a big amount.
I know.
That is a very small amount for someone who has millions of followers.
Mm.
So let's ask her. Candace, what is your net worth? Is it higher or lower than 5 million? Is it higher than 5 million? 10 million? I mean, overall net worth, it's actually not more than that. Um, she does make a lot of money, but she also has a lot of expenditure for her show, her presentation.
Right.
So really, I'm not getting that she does have a lot of net worth. So will this bankrupt Candace Owens? Yes, it will. This will absolutely bankrupt her. Will she be taken off the air once she loses the lawsuit? That's a no. That's a no. But all information pertaining to the Macrons will be taken down. She will force to take those podcasts down. Those I don't know if she's on YouTube. I don't know where she is, but she
Oh,
will be forced to take those down about the Macrons. And unfortunately for Candace Owens, what I am getting very strongly is this is going to start the ball rolling. So the Macrons will not be the only ones that sue her. Once they see that their lawsuit is successful, she's going to have a lot of lawsuits. So I don't know what else she talks about.
so do I. But
I
I mean, if
have no
she's bankrupt, she can't pay anymore, isn't it? So it's one way they can. I mean, $5 million in, especially in America, is a big nothing burger, for big
idea.
sort of people in the celebrity and the sort of, I don't know. I don't really understand her rationale. Let's ask her this question. Let's ask Candace this question.
Mm-hmm.
So what if Brigitte Macron was a man by birth?
Ooh, well, okay. Let's ask. So what if Brigitte Macron was a male by birth? I will destroy her. See, that's the type of answer that confirms this bully mentality, this anger, and this I need a victim to bully. Also, that benefits her financially.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's the news. She's the, court du jour. She's sort of everybody's talking about it, but you're picking on. I mean, Macron himself's a globalist. He's much more way more connected than she is. I mean, I don't like him. I don't like his politics. I mean, he's a globalist, so, um, but and he's way more connected into everything than Candace Owens is. So, there was only ever going to be one victor here, and that's Mr. and Mrs. Macron, isn't it? I mean, and at the end of the day, well, I'm going to say allegedly, but she appears to be allegedly spreading lies and false information about Mrs. Macron. And
Hmm.
if you do that, and you do that on a big public stage, a platform, especially in America, even though you have the right of free speech, and you're repeatedly told to stop and not doing it, and you're doing it more, then, you will be sued. You will lose, you know. To beat something, it's a bit like poker, isn't it? You've got to have more money than the person that's suing you you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Candace Owens was a multi-billionaire, then she would have an army of lawyers, you know, uh,
Hmm.
keeping this going for years on end. I mean, she could wear the other side down, but she's not. She's worth 5 million,
No.
and that's a big nothing burger. I mean, in the
Hmm.
general thing of things, So
Yeah, and that's what these people in those circles do, right? You're exactly right, Mr. Shakespeare. It's who has the most money to financially destroy the other person.
right, of course,
And how, if you're right, if she had billions and billions of dollars, they
yeah,
could
she.
both hurt each other financially. They
Well,
could
she could,
string
but
rituals.
but it's like playing poker with somebody who's got more money than you. They'll take all your money because you ultimately can't call them. She could, I mean,
Mm,
if you're a multi-billionaire, you can just put a whole team of lawyers on this 24/7, wrap them up so that you bankrupt them just because they can't afford to pay anymore. I mean, that kind of thing. And then it's nothing to do with the truth. But, in her world, sorry, in this scenario rather, with the kind of wealth that she's got.
mm,
And she's got 4 kids or 3 kids. They're all going to suffer because the money is going to go, isn't it? If she loses this, the money will go.
mm. Can you pull up the airplane incident, please? You know where Brigitte grabbed him by the face. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I do, yeah.
Mm.
Grabs. Is that going to come up? Grabs. What, this one? No. Uh, hmm. Hold on. There we go.
Or slaps. I mean, they're calling it more slap. I thought it was a grab,
Yeah,
but they're saying it's a slap. Okay, there you go. That one right there.
yeah,
So let's ask them what was going on with this, right? Um, the incident where you slapped Emmanuel Macron, why did you do that? Ooh, she hates him. Why
yeah,
do you hate him? Because he's a liar? What else? He's betrayed her. He's a user. She hates him.
right.
Has he cheated on you? Has Macron, your husband, cheated all the time? And she absolutely hates him. She hates that they're in this public eye. Do you like being in the no, she hates being in the public eye. She hates the role, she hates the job. She hates having to have him on a pedestal
Mm.
um where she's supposed to sit quietly in the background and not say anything and not do anything. She hates all of this. She's over it.
So why did she slap him on this particular occasion then? I mean,
Why did you slap him on this particular? She slapped him before. Do you slap him frequently? A lot. Yes.
no, okay.
Do you abuse him? She throw things at him. She's thrown glasses. Have you hit him? Yes. So is this a domestic violence situation? I mean, it kind of is. Yes. And um do you beat him up? She doesn't beat him up. Has he ever hit you back? No. No, but she's violent.
Mm.
Um, what do you say? Let's ask her this question. What do you say when people accuse you of grooming Emmanuel Macron at that age? I liked him. Okay, but did you think it was appropriate? Yes, she did. She did think it was appropriate. Had you had, did you have affairs with students before? Ooh, yes, she has.
Mm,
So was that your first affair with a student? No, there were two others.
mm,
She was known for this. This isn't something that the school wasn't aware of.
right.
They knew this about her. She had had accusations before.
Right, but they did get married and they've been married for a long time. But I'm not excusing any of this alleged behavior, but I mean they are married, they
No.
have been married, and if she hates him so much, my question is why is she still with him? Why don't you just divorce him?
Why are you still with him? I mean, power and status. Why don't you divorce him? She wants to. She wants to divorce him.
Hmm?
Um, so are you going to? No. They live very separate lives, though. I'm
Well,
getting
he's on
that
the
very
road a lot. I
strongly.
mean, he is on the road a lot. He's hardly ever in France, which is another one of the problems that a lot of the French people have with him because he's more bothered about being a globalist on the global stage without worrying about the problems in France. He doesn't really care about France.
Sounds familiar. Yes. Do you care about France? No, he's another one that's getting his pockets lined from being a globalist. Just like, when we got in the probe about Starmer.
Mm,
Are you being paid? I mean, not directly being paid, but he certainly has a lot of business deals. Do you have companies? Oh yeah, he's got businesses and companies, and they benefit from the global agenda.
mm, right.
Wow.
All about the money.
So she is female, but
Hmm.
she may not be very nice.
Okay, but that's not what Candace Owen has been alleging on her public platform. So, as I said, I mean, she's going to lose, isn't she?
She is going to lose. Candace Owens is going to be financially destroyed. See, Candace Owens, again, the bully on the playground scenario,
Mm,
she hasn't been challenged in this way. And she's going to learn a lot of hard lessons by losing. They're going to destroy her. And like I said, I'm getting very strongly, it doesn't stop with the Macrons. Is this the downfall of Candace Owens? Yes, it is. So this is the start of the downfall. Eventually, she will just fade into the oblivion,
hmm
um, and she will be forgotten about.
hmm
I think it's going to take about 5 years. I mean, she'll still have some hardcore followers but even just the mere fact that there's a lawsuit launched, even if it never goes to court, which it will go to court, but even if it didn't, just the launching of the lawsuit itself and Candace now having to arm herself with lawyers,
mm,
that is destruction in itself. And that goes back to what you said. When this is the billionaires club, this is how the billionaires roll. They sue each other, they launch lawsuits, they don't respond publicly to accusations like this, most of them. Uh,
mm.
they let their lawyers and their legal team sort it out. They know just by launching lawsuits that can destroy her. And the Macrons intend to follow this right through to the end.
Well, yeah. I mean, it would appear that logic is on their side. I mean, if she's not if she's not a man, she is female. Candace Owens has no case.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what kind of case does she think she has, really, now that we know when Brigitte Macron has answered the question? Let's ask what's going to happen in the court. How long is the actual physical court case going to last? Like when they walk into the court, how long will that last? It's not going to last but a day at the most. It's
Exactly.
just and how will Brigitte Macron prove? Oh, she's going to show her birth certificate and birth records, and then it's all over. It's done. It's finished on that point. Will Candace settle out of court? No, she will not, because she believes she is right. And she also believes, and she's right about this, that the onus or the burden of proof is on the Macrons. Yes, but this is kind of, this is not something that's going to be very difficult to prove.
Oh, really?
Uh, and then what happens to Candace's following after this is all proven? She's going to lose a lot of followers. She is.
Mm. Yeah.
So there you go, Mr. Shakespeare. Anything else you'd like to know?
No, I think that's covered everything we need to know about that particular subject.
About the Macrons and Candace Owens? Oh
Yeah.
my God, as if we ever yeah, but it's interesting. It is
Oh.
interesting. I'm surprised the launching of the lawsuit alone hasn't taken her off the air, but I guess maybe,
Well, hasn't been proved yet. It's only an accusation. It's only a, you know, whatever. It's not. I mean, once the court say yes or whatever, then that's it. No.
yeah.
So,
And the thing is, Candace, can you afford to settle out of court? No, no, the amounts that they're asking for. Now, she can't settle out of court.
mm,
She can't. Um, would you even consider? No, because she's broke. I mean, with this lawsuit, she's broke.
yeah. Well,
So no, she can't even afford to settle out of court, even if she made them an offer and took the videos down or the content down and made them an offer. The Macrons know they're they're going for blood. So
well, they will now, of course, because if it's true that they've warned her many times, and now at the end, of course, they're going to ride it all the way through. That they're going to win,
yeah,
aren't they? Because
yeah,
it's not
they
really a
are.
difficult case. This I had it sorted out in about 3 minutes. I said,
Yeah,
I said it's case over, it's finished. I mean, if I was the judge, it'd
yeah,
be stopped in about 3 minutes.
yeah. And well, I suppose the other part is that they have to prove how it has damaged their reputation and but I mean, that's all available online. All you have to do is grab one of her, um,
Oh, yeah,
her content,
a lot of
assuming
people have. Yeah, there is a lot. There is a lot of well, damage is one thing.
speculation.
Yeah, but there's a lot of internet chatter that everything. So yes, I mean, how do you put a dollar sign on it? But the good thing about it is American courts are very good at putting dollar signs on amount on things like this. So, you know,
Mm.
especially jury.
Well, let's ask one final question. When Emmanuel Macron is finished with his term, what's going to happen to both of them? They're going to go their separate ways. I mean, they may be seen together for public appearances and things like that, but pretty much they're going to go. She's going to live in one house, he's going to live in another, and they're pretty much going to separate. I don't think will they ever get divorced. They may never get divorced, is what I'm getting, like a no on the divorce, just because dividing the assets and the public humiliation of all of that is not going to, they don't want that. But they're going to live very separate lives.
Right.
Wow. All right, Mr. Shakespeare. Well, thank you so much, and we'll stop this one here.